Let's talk about transformational leadership in a crisis. Jackson and Perry asks us to consider the what, how, and why of leadership.
That reminds me of a story. Let me take you back to a time when the people of the world were divided. A young woman went to the market in search of medicine for her ailing grandmother. She could not know the power of the illness that would soon strike them. The community rallied around her, but one by one they all too began to fall ill. But this story is not about this woman. The leaders of her community did not want to raise alarm, as they worried about the impact it might have on them. They were afraid. They spoke in hushed voices when travelers came around, for fear of word of the devastation spreading. Far, far away across the oceans, a bustling community with strong ties around the world came to hear of the mysterious illness. As the death toll rose, fear climbed in this community. The members became uncertain and started to panic. They searched among them for a soul to have mercy on them and save them from this illness. Night after night they wept, tears of loss, of fear, of suffering and pain. Through the darkness came a voice. She wept with her people as she told them to take shelter. She told them to stay home, not only to keep themselves safe, but to keep all their loved ones safe too. Across the world, the voices of the dying continued to rise. In this new community, though, their leader humbly held them all every day, from a distance. She met with other leaders from her community and businesses nearby, and reached out to the members to join together as they fought the illness.
This takes me to the story of Maple Island. Unaware of the sequence of events happening around the world, a manager of a bank was enjoying his dominion over a branch on Maple Island. Following his usual routine, the branch manager got ready for work, looking himself in the mirror, seeing himself as Maple Island's answer to Tom Cruise. The only differences were he had a little extra weight and few less hair, but the same confidence as Cruise from the Jerry Maguire movie. It was usual Monday morning for the employees of Let's Get Fiscal Bank. Their handsome manager Todd Cruz showed up, and the customers in the branch looked a bit surprised with the astonishing party vibe the stud of a manager brought into the branch while they lined up to do their transactions. In their meeting, Todd Cruz makes the people he likes stand next to him and those he does not count in his fan following in front of him. The team meetings followed the usual routine of discussing sales target and bank policy on customer services. Todd also told some jokes that were funny only to his beloved friends. One of the people who is in his out circle points out that the countries in Europe are locking down because of this virus coming from China that is spreading quickly. He was about to say how it may impact the business when Mr. Cruz interrupted, saying, "When I ask you for the sales plan, you don't have any information, but you have expertise on China?" This leads to the employees sticking to the same way of expressing their thoughts, which was silence. The next day, the government of Maple Island imposed a lockdown, but our beloved Toad Cruz, ignorant of any news and reliant on mails from corporate head office, was busy drinking and perfecting the Tootsie Slide dance step for his next morning entrance to the branch. Little did our boy wonder knew that no one would show up in the branch in the next morning, even though there were customers' requests flowing in.
Tom Thanks is also the director for a financial institution, a direct competitor of Todd Cruz. Across the street, he too has begun his morning meeting. As he begins, a member of his team interrupts to ask if they should adjust the meeting to plan and address the developing crisis. Should they begin preparing strategies for how this may impact their customer service? Several other members of the team murmur concern, and worried conversations break out. Todd is caught off guard, but has fostered a collaborative environment and facilitates a conversation where everyone can voice their concerns. He ensures everyone is heard and calmly takes detailed notes. He postpones the original meeting and promises to take their concerns to management and to meet with everyone again the following day. As he has previously taken the time to develop trust with all of his team, they rest easy knowing they can trust Tom to take it from here. After following up on the presented information, Tom begins meeting with management to begin putting in place a plan for worst-case scenarios. During Tuesday's meeting, Tom informs the team that based upon their suggestions, a proactive plan to have employees work from home is being prepared, and that daily check-ins regarding developments will begin immediately. He further outlines his vision for how the team will navigate the coming weeks and months. The employees feel appreciated, a part of the solution, and excited to contribute to their bank's proactive strategy. Tom highlights how this plan aligns with their bank's values and will put the team in a position to weather any challenges that come while becoming an industry and community leader throughout the crisis.
And back to our story. One day at a time, they started seeing the numbers of sick and dying fall. She cheered them on in their lonely battle as they came together in spirit to care for one another and celebrate those that were caring for the sick so selflessly.
You know, I am a follower in this pandemic, and this is my story. We humans need connection, and staying apart is hard. As followers, we are observing, listening, and reading. This is what we have learned. We are in a crisis. Our well-being is compromised. Anxiety, fear are high. Physical, emotional, social safety is threatened. When a crisis has reached this level and there is a prolonged sense of uncertainty, researchers have found people need leadership that can bring calm, clarity, and positivity. Scholars have told us transformational leadership is the most effective and adaptive form of leadership that sustains hope throughout a crisis. Experts advise that key qualities of transformational leaders need to be leveraged during a crisis, and history has shown that leaders who have these key qualities maintain follower commitment through the evolution of a crisis. These key qualities are self-confidence, self-efficacy, high emotional intelligence, and the ability to turn a crisis into an opportunity. Scholars tell us that when the crisis curve is flattening, transformational leadership has the framework to restore systems and resources to a state that allows people to find a new normal. They have found that transformational leadership is positively correlated to follower well-being, especially after a crisis. They believe this has to do with a pre-crisis foundation of trust, authenticity, and meaningful connection to followers during normal times. When leaders can build a high-trust relationship with us followers, we are more willing to collaborate and move beyond a perceived barrier. Transformational leaders who have strong values can inspire a vision of the future and foster a culture of self-regulation, engagement, and creativity in followers. My leaders are inspiring me to lead and extend my sense of purpose to others. I am a follower who is living through a crisis, and I believe the transformational leaders of the world will guide us effectively through this pandemic.
The woman from the market was now alone without her grandmother and heard about this new community that was beating the illness. She shared the story with her leaders as the world began to learn how to fight the illness. Her leaders, ashamed of having hidden behind their fears, now stood behind their community as they too began to triumph over the illness.
As leaders in your own right and graduates of the Masters of Leadership program at Royal Roads University, we have learned a lot. While there's not enough longitudinal studies about transformational leadership in crisis, what is clear is that the research that does exist supports our position. What? Transformational leadership is effective in times of crisis. So what? In times of crisis, followers are motivated by a trusted and admired leader who provides clarity and direction, makes decisions amidst ambiguity, demonstrates high self-confidence, high emotional control, and strong emotional intelligence, and offers psychological safety. Now what? As leaders, you can leverage best practices by observing and learning about transformational leaders who are making a positive impact with their teams during COVID-19. Assess yourself using the self-assessment tool we've provided for you to reflect on how you're showing up as a leader, and focuses on the practices outlined to enhance your strengths and your areas for growth. I work for a financial institution that has a compelling vision, a clear set of values, and a strong purpose to help clients thrive and communities prosper. We have transformational leaders who have achieved consistently high employee engagement. As the country's most successful bank and largest company, ranked in the top 10 in the world, we've built a strong foundation for our future success, which is sustainable amidst this current pandemic.
Through the darkness, the light continued to shine and give hope to all. She united her community and stood as a beacon across the vast lands and oceans. Gyatsa Ipdiim, one who is calm among us.